All right. Just checking out the starting five quick. Feels like forever since we've done a pregame show because Celtics haven't played in
Has been,
so
dude. I
long.
haven't been in my house for a pregame in a very long time.
True.
Nearly a week. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like we've just had like a giant extended break from the Celtics. Last time I played was what, 28th, which was
Saturday.
Saturday, and now it's Wednesday. Yeah, that's
I was in the
wild.
hotel room slamming donuts. You know what'd be really great is if there it is. I was gonna say the stream would come up on my fucking feed. Ooh, I cursed.
Phenomenal.
Try
No, they
not
do the
to.
starting lineup though. It is normal, except since Smart is still hurt. Derek White is filling in. Um, did we? They announced the All Star starters last time we tapped in. I think for pregame. I think we talked
Yes,
about it.
it was
I
happening on
do.
our show.
Oh yes, Jayson fist bumps. Appreciate you. Um, we have not talked about Joe Mazzulla being named starter coach of the All Star team. Very cool.
Right.
He doesn't seem to care, but Marcus Smart said that's crap and says that he actually does care. So I assume it's a mix of both. I mean, you can't not care about something like that. I assume he's somewhat happy
He
about
doesn't
it.
care.
Matt with the Clovers, Landon and my dad in the chat with the fist bumps. Jimmy J say hate the narrative. The Jays love Kyrie. Sam does too. We know
I
my
hate
take
that.
on it. Like they're
I resent
players, they're
that.
humans. It is what it is. I've said it many times. The media, like obviously, like Kyrie and the city of Boston and the fans are not going to get along because of what he's done and like stomping on Lucky, flipping them off, blah blah blah. But like internally, and you've heard Kyrie talk about it, you've heard Tatum talk about it. Like they're cool and they're players, and that is what it is. And so, they're all
Lame.
that hatred between the city and Kyrie. It's fine, but like it's just not how the NBA is nowadays, and I don't
Lame.
care.
Lame.
Well, fist bumps, Jimmy J in the chat. Appreciate you. But they do get Kyrie today. No Ben Simmons, no TJ Warren, no Kevin Durant. Obviously, there's somebody else out, I think, for the Nets. I'm gonna
I
double.
heard that Jock Vaughn is starting to get sick of Simmons. Is that true?
I think the narrative
I
in
heard he's like
media.
rolling his eyes in press conferences when he's asked about Simmons.
I don't know if it's necessarily rolling his eyes. I know he's changed his tone a bit from what I've seen briefly. Like it's gone from like we're gonna support him no matter what to he needs to do this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like less like
Yeah,
we're
he's
just gonna
getting sick
support
of
him
him.
being yeah, pretty much. Nets injuries out tonight. Ben Simmons, TJ Warren, Kevin Durant. Okay, I hit all three things on the head. Jimmy J. Kyrie has been playing well. I mean, the Nets look good. They've fallen off a little bit since KD
Of
gotten
course.
hurt. But I mean, in the same way the Celtics would fall off a little bit if Tatum went down for a while. It is kind of just how it is.
It's a big blow.
I do have the net starters here. Let me just open the tweet up so I can type it in the chat. Net starting five is Kyrie, Seth Curry, Joe Harris, Royce O'Neal. Royce O'Neal, by the way, and Nick Claxton. O'Neal, by the way, who has been absolutely phenomenal for that Nets team this year. Kind of been, in my opinion, their version of Draymond Green. Just playing good defense, can shoot some threes. He can play make a little bit. He's great. He's
It's
great.
funny they got him for like nothing, and when they did it, everybody was flipping out because they were like, "That was the why would Utah do that?" from Windhorst, right?
Well, no. I think
No, I think that's what it was. That was like the thing that like he was talking about when he became meme.
maybe. When I saw it, I was like, why would Brooklyn do this? Right? Because at that point, it was KD's leaving, Kyrie's leaving, right? At that point, the
Right.
world was ending, and they traded their 2023 first round pick for Royce O'Neal, right? Like, and obviously, it's not like a huge haul for him, but like, you gave up your first round pick in a year where you might lose your star player. Like, that's a dangerous game to be playing
Agree.
because, like, if the chips had fallen slightly differently, KD leaves, Kyrie leaves, they could be looking at a lottery pick for Victor Wembanyama, and they don't own the pick, right? Like that, it was a dangerous move, and obviously it worked out really well because they're up towards the top of the contract conference. So there's that. But yeah, happy birthday, Lewis in the chat, absolute beast,
Oh,
pregame
do
legend.
do we do do we do happy birthday for Lewis?
I'm not singing. I'm not singing
Can we
happy
do
birthday.
like
That's what you're asking.
Applebee's happy birthday?
Absolutely not. Lewis
Happy
gets.
birthday from Celtics pregame to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey,
There you
Jack
go.
didn't do
Clip
it with
that.
me. It was just me.
Clip that, chat. Clip that for all eternity. For when we get birthdays. More fist bumps in the chat. Phil wishing a happy birthday. Fist bumps to everybody all around. Birkin is also hyped because Time Lord is back in the lineup after what looked to be ankle sprain because it was weird because it wasn't like labeled
It's
as
strange.
it wasn't labeled as rest day, but he was still out anyway. So glad to see him back in the lineup. Very good. Evan tuning in. Appreciate you.
Chat popping
Uh,
today.
yes, sir. Jimmy J hoping for a Celtics blowout, a true Celtics blowout, something we haven't seen in a while. I'd love that too because I can get some work done after the game. Quick and easy, quick and painless.
I mean, winning was cool for the first time in forever on Saturday, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
But it would
no
be
matter
cool
how
to
it
just
came.
have a nice, relaxing game. I liked how Landon said it best in the comments of our last pod. The new worst one of the season.
Yeah.
I like that.
Definitely the worst one of the season. Well, it was the worst one of the season because it probably shouldn't have been a win. Right? Like,
I mean, it shouldn't have got to that point. They
even
just should have been
LeBron
better.
thing. Yeah, even past the LeBron thing. I'm not just talking about that, which it obviously was a foul, but like they just didn't deserve to win because they played bad. Right? That's more.
They played bad. They were terrible. That was a game where I was watching and I was like, wow, like the crowd should be booing these guys. Like they kind of suck.
Mm-hmm.
And they figured out how to win. Unbelievable that they
shout out Jaylen Brown
games in a row.
Deserves a ton of credit.
They did not beat the Knicks, but they did pull it out of their ass to get to overtime. I'll say that. That was
they shouldn't have gotten in that
42 minutes of nonsense, and then they started trying, and then they went back to being idiots.
Now, if only they tried like that for the whole game.
You're asking a lot for these guys, making probably more than we'll make in our lives to try. or mind you, play all the games. That's one of my favorite things, and this really isn't something that really bothers me, but guys complaining that they have to play 82 games, one, they've done that forever. That has always been how it's been in the NBA. And two, you make more money than God.
Who complained?
Well, Kerr complains all the time. He was complaining about the
I thought you were talking
management.
about Celtics. I thought you were talking about
No. Just people around, they shouldn't have to play. Yes, they should. They make enough money. They can play 82 games.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't sit here and like bitch and moan about like cutting it down to 72 games.
Oh, that's less content for us, baby.
I guess, but
realistically, think about that's 10 games worth of heavy articles you're missing out on.
Yeah, but it's 10 more days of heavy off-season rumor articles that you're getting. So you got to weigh the pros and cons, Sam. You got to be realistic here. But like I said, in reality, minus 10 games on the season wouldn't be that big a deal. Maybe it cuts down on load management a little. I was on Sportsnet Radio. I do with my guy Marcus out in Vancouver. Cool dude. But he asked me something like this, and basically I said, like, I hate when the players directly get blamed because in most cases it's just the team holding them out.
Well, Curry came out and said it himself. He's like, I'm not out here trying to sit. They're telling me to sit.
Exactly. It's the organization, and at the same time, it's hard to blame the organization, right? Because no one's gonna care about a random game in January. Like everyone's complaining about the Warriors sitting this game. Like they probably did this a million times last year, but you don't hear people talking about that. You hear them talking about them going an entire playoff run and winning, right? Like no one gives a shit by the time the finals come around. And so why would the organization? People are going to complain. People are going to be upset. Obviously, there's going to be fans who miss out. But if the ultimate goal is to win a championship, hell yeah, I'm sitting out Steph Curry on the second night of a back-to-back in January, right? Like that's just a smart business decision. And it sucks for the product. But at the same time, like if you're running these players, say Steph Curry didn't sit that game and he twisted his ankle and was out for half the season, then you have a whole half season of fans missing Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? So like, I understand the gripe and I understand wanting players to play every game. Like obviously for the fans, you do it, but like from an ownership perspective, I don't care about January. I care about April. Like that's just the reality of it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get the reasoning behind it, but you could suit up for one game and hurt yourself, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but you can
prevent
lower the risk.
Wear and tear, I guess.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And that's why you mostly see these aging superstars doing it. Like Tatum, he talked about earlier this year. He's like, we set a plan before the season where I would rest certain games. And then he went on to say, yeah, but when those days come, I just play anyways. And I tell them no, right? Like, because he's young and he can do that.
Well, you know what the best was is Tatum said he was tired and Mazzulla was like, well, don't go to overtime.
Yeah.
He's like winning regulation. That's what he said.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Good on Mazzulla.
Great quote. Just hit that. Let's see. Birkin talking about disappointment. Lakers got my guy Hachimura, or Fakers, excuse me. Good signing for Lakers. Good deal.
Celtics
overall.
Swept them this year. Oh boy,
did.
first time since 16-17 since they swept.
Really?
That year, Celtics finished first in the conference. Got beat up in the conference finals, but they were first.
Who did they lose to in the conference finals? The Cavs?
The Cavs.
Cavs,
Yeah, killed. Okay. That was the Isaiah Thomas year.
Oh, that was the one game they won was the A.V. Bradley buzzer
Yes.
beater. I remember that. That was phenomenal. Jimmy J saying overtime last three out of the last 6 games. Which ones are OT? Obviously Lakers, Knicks. What's
Knicks, Lakers. Oh boy.
I don't remember the other OT game. I can go look right now. But
oh my God, I can't believe I don't remember this. I'm usually good at this.
Was Raptors OT?
No. It was whatever was before the Warriors.
Okay, yeah. The very tail end of that 6-game stretch was OT. Yeah, the Warriors was okay. Okay. Yep. Fair enough. Birkin saying Fakers are done. I'd like to think so, but at the same time, like the West is so crazy, they're not. Right? Like you can hate on the Lakers and you can say they're bad or whatever, but currently the Lakers are in 13th place, but they're 3 games out of 5th place. So
yeah,
it's
they got to do something about that out there. Start winning some games, bum teams over there. I'll tell you what, you want to talk about the Maine Celtics, you come to the right place. Gentleman to my left on the screen went up there, chatted up with the fellas. Read about it, because we're not going to tell you. Go read it.
Yeah, it's a front page of Celtics blog right now. The future of the Celtics runs through Maine. I did a feature story. I talked with Alex Barlow, head coach of the Maine Celtics. We talked about how Celtics are treating it. Celtics are treating it more like a farm system rather than just like a place to stick your rookies. Like, I mean, you saw it for years. I talked about this in the article. Like, you saw for years, like Romeo, Neesmith, Tremont Waters, like all these guys go up there as like first round picks, and they're just gonna get run. But it's kind of like more like a second team now rather than just a dumping ground, and it's working out well. I mean, you see the first 2 rotational guys come out of Maine this year, Hauser and Cornette, both playing decent minutes up here. You see a bunch of second chance guys I talked about. You got Denzel Valentine, Mario Shayok, Lucas Shamanich. They just signed Tony Snell, like Matt said in the chat, another great example that would have worked well in my article.
It's cool that they're doing stuff with that team too for the fans that live up in Maine, because you actually have a product you might want to actually go watch.
Yeah.
Before, you really didn't have a whole lot going on. Like, they have a banner that you posted a photo of all the call-ups.
Yeah.
Not a very long list.
That was just last year. I think that was just from last year. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not a
long list for last year. 6 guys or whatever it was.
As I was doing my research, obviously, you go back. They also had like Abdel Nader played there for a while. He got called up. He went to the Suns. They had
A.V. Bradley, Rozier.
Damian Lee played for the Red Claws back in the day. So they've had their fair share. I'm pretty sure that was just last year or the last couple of years at the very least. So there is that though. But checking in still. Andrew saying Celtics have won 5 in a row against the Nets. They played very well.
A lot more than that. 9.
Is it?
Count the playoffs.
9 in a row.
More than that.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
Let's see. They've won 2 this year, 4 in the playoffs, and then they did the last 3. Yeah, so 9. 9 total.
Playoffs and regular. Excuse me, I'm just fact checking. All right. Well, this doesn't help me.
2-0 this season, 4-0 in the playoffs, and they won the back 3 last year.
Great. Phenomenal.
That's good.
You'll love to see it. Matt saying I'm like 20 minutes from where they play. Go catch a game. It's very fun. They're pretty good this year. They look good. They have a couple guys. They have a couple guys out there who are playing really well. Shamanich, Denzel Valentine, Shayok, Scotty Lindsay is a guy I noticed. He's obviously, if you don't pay attention to me, it's a very random name, but like just watching practice, like dude can shoot. Like they got a shooter up there. He's good. I'm gonna mess up the name. Kamar Baldwin, I believe, is their second go-to point guard behind JD Davis, and obviously 2 guys, Kevin Gale as well. So it's a fun team. It's fun. They're good guys. Barlow's great. It's a good time. I highly recommend going to check out a game.
It's too bad they weren't. Did they play when you were there? They just had practice.
No, they just had practice. They played the next day, but I wasn't going to go back after the 3 hours.
No, I don't.
It's a long enough drive for me where it's just the timing can be tough. But yes. Let's see. Been to 2 so far. Great basketball. Yeah, it's a fun time. It's a good environment. They play at the Portland Expo. I believe the Portland Sea Dogs play right behind them or right near there.
Probably, yeah.
The Red Sox, double A team. So pretty cool. You go up there. There's the basketball arena, which is like it doubles as like something else too, but a convention center, I think. But there's that. The field's right behind it, and then the ice hockey rink's right to the right. So you got it's like a little sports hub right at the bottom of the hill in Portland. It's cool. Cool. There, I dragged my friend out for the drive too, just so I wouldn't have to go alone. It was a good time. Looking at the upcoming schedule here, Jimmy J saying Philly next, big important game, IMO. They lost to the Magic too. The Magic are good lately, right? Like obviously.
Oh, all right. He's saying like
the next
when
most
they play
important
Philly's
game.
Next game that's really meaningful. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was like they have Phoenix Friday.
I know a lot of people were mad at the Celtics for losing to the Magic, and and rightfully so. You shouldn't be losing. You shouldn't be losing to the Magic. However, a little bit of context, just because obviously you look at their overall record, and to put it lightly, they're bad. The Magic haven't been all that terrible. I mean, they're 500. They're a 500 team throughout the month of January, but I believe over their last 10 games or so, they've been kind of winning more games, right? They're 5-5, but like you look at how they started the year, they were bottom of the conference, and now they have a 5.5 game lead above the Hornets, right? Like they're not a bad team, and as terrifying as it might be for the Celtics, they're only 3.5 games out of the play-in tournament, so watch out in case they get the 8th seed there.
Yeah,
that would
be
be a
less than
nightmare.
Fun. Imagine like that gap between the regular season and the playoffs if the Magic got in that. All the speculation and dumb articles that would go up.
Mm-hmm. Phenomenal. You're right. Jimmy J is right. Banchero they have good things going on in Orlando.
Banchero, who shoots like 27% for the season, but he plays the Celtics, and all of a sudden he's not missing.
Yeah. No, they've got a really good team though. Him, you got Franz Wagner's good. They're gonna get another top pick this year. They're really good. Landon asking a question here. Any thoughts on Wick saying muscle up or whatever he said? Basically telling Brad, go get you what you need for this season. It's interesting. Excuse me, right? Because you can look around the league and like there are some trades Brad could make if you wanted to spend some extra money and get a really good player. I know Chris Forsberg, interestingly enough, wrote in his most recent article, if OG Anunoby becomes available, the Celtics have to at least call.
Yeah, probably.
Hello. Sorry, I unplugged my mic for a sec.
Oh, yeah, at least call.
Yeah, my thing is though, like, would you get? I'll ask you this, and because I'm the Grant guy, would you give up Grant in a trade for Anunoby?
Maybe. He'll do everything that Grant's doing for you. Because you essentially replace Grant. You have how much does Anunoby make?
17.
Who would you rather pay 17, him or Grant?
Probably Anunoby.
That's really all the question is. I mean, he's under contract past this season, right?
This year and then 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, you have him locked up for a couple years. That would be a trade I'd do. It depends how much you have to give up. It would have to be. It would definitely
Gallinari,
include like
Pritchard.
Picks.
It'd have to be Gallinari, Pritchard, Grant, and then picks.
Ooh, that's salary. That's kind of salary wise.
Or you'd have to give up Malcolm Brogdon or Derek White or something like that.
Yeah, again, that's a little bit far.
I don't think this would be a realistic thing. I think another team would give up way more than that. I think the Knicks would give up way more than that. I think the Knicks could give up something
like saying the Heat.
The Heat cannot give. I don't think the Heat can give up more than that.
Who knows? Who knows what they would give up?
Well, because they'd have to give up Duncan Robinson. They'd have to. He'd have to be in the trade, which Toronto's is a negative.
Nobody wants him.
Well, no, but for salary purposes, they have to. Like, they can't get up there anyways. Like, unless they give up, like, it's Lowry. Either give up Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry.
Oh, Lowry makes way
too
much.
Wouldn't do.
The Raptors would have to.
Or they'd have to package like Oladipo, Caleb Martin, and Max Strus. At that point, you're just gutting your
giving up a
rotation. Lot. So there's something like that. Jimmy J saying rather give up D White. I disagree. But we know how I feel about that. Jason saying, how do you feel about Shayok? He's played well this year. I mean, I don't think he's somebody that the Celtics would eventually bring up, especially with their guard depth, but like he looks good as a ball handler. I don't think he's shooting like super well, but it's like efficient enough. He looks good. He's a solid guy. He might, I think he's somebody who could like pop on a 2-way somewhere, like as a veteran guard. Like this isn't a perfect comparison, but like someone on the level of like an Austin Rivers, you know what I'm saying? Like a third point guard in the rotation somewhere at the very least. But Jimmy J saying Raptors need a Levine type, Bulls need a change. The Raptors
need a loser.
The Raptors need a rebuild type is what the Raptors need.
The Raptors are done. They're cooked.
Yeah.
Van Vliet's making a lot of money. Isn't Van Vliet's contract up at the end of the season?
This is the last year.
Wow, that flew by.
Am I lying? Hold up.
Maybe as an option.
Questioning.
I'm not sure. There's a lot of talk about him being moved just because of the contract.
He has a player option next year.
Player option, so he ain't
and the contract's really not that bad. He only makes 21.
No.
So
the contract itself is not a bad deal, especially considering like Levine makes like 40 million or whatever the hell he's making. But
I will say Van Vliet is going to want like 25 to 30 next year, though. I'll put that.
Oh yeah, he's not.
A team is going to pay him
playing for that much money. He's playing for more. I wonder where he'll end up. Maybe the Clippers. They don't really have money for him. That's a trade rumor, though. Oh man,
Orlando is a team I've heard for Van Vliet, which would be scary.
Orlando doesn't make sense to me. Like it makes sense, like if they really want to push, but like they have talent at the point guard position. Like why? Like Fultz is a good player. Like he's not
right.
He's not a star, but he's
past Fultz.
Solid.
What do you have? You have Cole Anthony, but I think he's more
Celtics
too.
Every time I see him,
he's short, but he's short, but I think he's more too. Suggs is fair enough. I don't know. I wouldn't hate Van Vliet there. I think they could run those 4 guards because RJ Hampton they are not bringing back, and so he's
if I'm Orlando, I feel like I'm more apt to just like not spend money on a guy like Van Vliet. If I'm going to spend money, I'm spending it on like a real like top guy.
Fair enough. That's also fine. I think he could go.
Not that there's a whole lot this summer, but you know, like they have enough pieces on that team, and if they don't make the playoffs this year, they could get any of those top guys.
I've heard Van Vliet Pelicans is a team I've heard. And when I say I've heard, I don't mean sources. I mean I've like listened to podcasts and stuff. Like this isn't Jack.
Jack's just got his ear to the street.
Yeah. No, Pelicans could make some sense. Although then you're looking at a CJ Van Vliet backcourt, which really doesn't play much defense. So that could be scary. We have Donnie Daniel saying, when does Gallinari come back any idea? He says he wants to come back for the playoffs. Yeah. I don't see it happening, but like I was listening to Keith and Trevor. I was listening to Keith and Trevor in the front office show. Them talking about like they use Danny Green as an example. Danny Green, by the way, is coming back, which is crazy. Saying how like
for Danny Green, he's gonna go out there and they're gonna say, how good can you play so we can trade you?
Well, my point is like they're like what? Danny Green's like 36, 37. Gallinari's like 34, 35. Like it's not like they're protecting 10 years of their career, right? Like they've got 2-3 more left. So like why would they wait a year if they can push themselves on this injury? So I don't think they're risking much. Jimmy J saying D White's gonna struggle for minutes when Smart returns. I disagree.
No, he's not.
I don't think he will.
He hasn't struggled for minutes the whole year.
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure. It's not like this is some like big return where they haven't all played together.
I'm pretty sure.
What are we talking about?
Is he 4th on the team in minutes?
This is just like shit posting at this
point. He's 6th on the team in minutes. He averages 26.4 a game, shooting 44% from the field, 37% from deep, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3.5 assists, almost a block.
You could argue that Derek White's been their best player, third best player this year.
Yeah, I think he's been the best defender on the Celtics this year. I've said that multiple times. Even with Smart and Rob. Anyways, it's not that big a deal.
Anyways, pick of the night or pregame pick. We changed it. Presented by Smash the Odds. Follow them on Twitter at Smash Odds. Daily free picks. They're on a heater. 4 or 5 in a row they've hit on now. You want the premium payday? You pay the premium price for those premium picks. My God. You can sign up there, get out to the Discord, and get all the daily picks. Make yourself some money. Make money tonight. Jayson Tatum, over 43.5 points, rebounds, assists. My pick, Rob, double-double plus 275. Yes, he's going up against Claxton, but still think he's going to make an impact. He is coming off the injury, so we'll see. I think it's an interesting take with that much of a chance to win.
I like that. I'll go Tatum over 8.5 rebounds. He's been killing it on the glass lately.
It's a good pick.
Phenomenal in that area this year. My threes, I'm always going to look at Derek White, Grant Williams, both over 1.5. Derek White's going to get you minus 135 on DraftKings. Grant Williams plus 135. But if you're in Massachusetts now, you get to bet. It is.
I think
legal.
you have to be in person.
Well, go to Encore. Go
to the Encore.
Julian Edelman put 11K on the Celtics to win the title. So there you got that as well. So. Matt Henderson dropping the pick in the chat. JB over on threes plus 105, 2.5. That's a good bet.
That's probably
he can sink a couple.
The guy who shot like 10% over the last couple games. That's such a trap line. It's definitely like a good bet at plus money. Like I'm not like clowning Matt, but it's just like the book knows like dude has been just shooting it off the rim every time. What was he 1 of 8 in that Lakers game? Or no, he made a couple in overtime.
Maybe 2 of 9. I think
he made one in overtime.
Something like that. Jimmy J saying, "Oh, please," as if we're not just listing stats from Derek White this season. Like, I don't know what I don't understand.
He's legitimately been good. Like, what do you want out of the guy?
So good.
What do you want him to do?
Yeah, I don't really get the hate.
Out of all the guys to hate, he's just such a strange one to hate. He doesn't play reckless. He's pretty solid, pretty steady, gets to the basket pretty well. He's one of the 4 guys on the team per jack that's shot over 100
He had that rough shooting slump like for a while, but like even then he's playing amazing defense.
Even then,
it's not like he's terrible.
He's filling the role. He's not getting in the way. Shots aren't always going to fall, and it's real annoying when they don't. Don't get me wrong. I get mad just as much as the next guy, especially when they miss a bunch of threes.
Hold on, let me pull up this stat.
Derek White has done just about everything you could ask. I'm not saying he is the 3rd best player. I'm saying you can make the argument. It's fair. He's done a lot of great things for them. He's played every game.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just looking at I'm trying to find this tweet that Bobby Kravitsky pointed out. Yes, here we go. Perfect. Maybe if Burke is our 3rd best offensive player, sure, but there's 2 sides of the ball. They're absolutely 2 sides of the ball. I've said this multiple times. I think Derek White's been better than Malcolm Brogdon this season. This isn't to say he's like miles above. I think they're like, if Derek White's better than Malcolm Brogdon, it's like this, right? But they're both been
really
great.
Gonna piss him off. He's hammering away at the keyboard.
That's fine. But I'll show you this. Share screen. Go to the window. Here is this plot. We seeing this? On-ball defense on this side, matchup difficulty on this side. Where's our boy? Where's our friend?
This is Waldo. There he is. Okay.
Wing defenders in the league. Here's your boy Derek White. You think Tatum's a good defender? He's a good defender, but Derek White's ridiculous, right? Like phenomenal defenders. You got Lou Dort over here. On-ball defense, Derek White ranks higher. You got OG Anunoby, the guy everyone wants over here. Derek White ranks higher. He doesn't get the most matchup difficulty because they got a ton of great defenders, but he does his job. In terms of on-ball defense amongst wings, he is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5th in the league among wings. Like he's been one of the best defenders.
See in that big cluster?
You see him right in here.
Oh yeah,
there's Jaylen
and Romeo right next to him. How about that?
Mm-hmm. The key here is on-ball defense. You see off-ball defense, Jaylen. You might go a little bit down here now. But and here's your king, by the way, for on-ball defense.
He's working real hard. He's going to save his energy for a tantrum. He plays defense in that Celtics game. He doesn't have the energy to jump around like that at the end.
Jimmy J saying, we saw Brogdon on display versus the Lakers. He is the best point guard. Jimmy J, we've been over this a million times. We just disagree with you. Like, he's good in the role when he needs to be a scorer, and that's great. And even not, like, he's good in a role when he can play off the ball as well, and that's why they got him. But I just disagree. You know what Malcolm Brogdon is? Malcolm Brogdon is Dennis Schroeder, but he can also play off the ball. He's
Dennis Schroeder, but he's not an idiot. Like, he's not bad. He's like a good Dennis Schroeder.
He's Dennis Schroeder, but he can also play with the normal lineup, right? Like
I think he has better vision.
Was out, but he does too. D White's good role player. I'd argue Grant's more important to the team's success moving forward. I think Grant's the 4th most player on this team for the long run, behind the Jays and Rob. Yes, but I'm talking this year. Derek White's been the best defender on the Celtics. He's shooting a solid clip from deep outside of that, rough stretch for like about a month there. He's the best shot blocker on the team. He leads the team in total blocks. And I'm saying this year, Marcus is a better defender than Derek White, but defense this year, Derek White has impressed me the most. Playoffs will decide this argument, closing lineups. Jimmy J, I wrote a whole article about this on Celtics blog. You can go read it if you want. My thing is, if the Celtics need offense at the end of games, Malcolm Brogdon will play. If they need defense at the end of games, Derek White will play. And I truly think it will be as simple as that. But anyways, Landon asking, any coffee shop news, Sam? Do we have any coffee shop news?
No.
I went to the coffee shop
continue
today.
To go in there and just act like nothing happened.
I got a new haircut today. Chat kind of sad. No one complimenting my haircut, but that's fine.
We can't see it.
I'll suck it up. Oh,
you have a black background.
This is true.
I legitimately can't tell until you move forward where your head ends and where the background starts.
Here's the haircut. But I went to get my haircut. I went to Starbucks after I got me my my coffee, my latte, and I got a couple sandwiches as well, a couple breakfast sandwiches. They're very good, and no awkwardness either. It was good. It's a good experience at the coffee shop. We're good to go. And I will say, I have transitioned from the app ordering to just ordering at the window. It's just I can't be asked with the app. It's just it depends on the mood. Sometimes I go to the app, but like if my thing is if it's like a big order, I'll go to the app. Like if I'm ordering for multiple people, I'll go to the app, so I don't sit at the drive-through window for a while. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But I think it's like just me.
I guess the app would be helpful if you have like friends in the car and you're like, all right, what do you want? And the guy's like, I want a medium fry.
Yeah, you know what I do? When my whole family's home, it's like my brother, my sister, my mom, my girlfriend's over, whatever. I'll go around the house with my phone. I'll say, put in your order. Put in your order. So I don't have to ask them, which is very fire. Phil complimenting the jerseys. There you go.
Pete Rogers, the
Phenomenal.
marathon.
Just dropped new drops.
The new drop.
Go
I have the Duncan
out.
shoes. I gotta buy it. I gotta do it.
Beast.
I'm not gonna have a place to put it though. Where am I gonna put it?
My dad, latte. Dad, I got the brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso latte from Starbucks.
What should I eat tonight?
I order meal kits now.
Wow, fancy.
Well, only because I'm too lazy to like make anything myself, so I just cut out the creativity and I just get meal kits. So I had, well, this is gonna sound fancy now. I'm gonna sound like an asshole. It was salmon. I had some salmon with like bacon. I don't even know what glaze thing. I think so. He like poured it on top, and then some broccoli on the side. It was good.
I may be doing DoorDash today.
It's good. DoorDash. I might do DoorDash later too, because my thing is when I wake up. I did wake up early today though, but my dinner is lunch. My dinner is lunch, so like I eat dinner later at night. So maybe I've been getting Wingstop lately, so I just get some wings and I.
We don't have Wingstop.
You don't have Wingstop here?
I saw Wingstop for the first time 2-3 weeks ago.
Wingstop phenomenal. Wingstop so good. Anyway, sorry, we should probably get on out of here just in case it starts soon. Sam, anything you want to say before you hop on out?
Yeah. Trying to go to a Celtics game or any other event? You SeatGeek? HBTC, $20 off your first purchase. Let us help you go see what you want to see. Follow Smash the Odds at Smash Odds. Good people there. They're giving you winners. There is a Wingstop. I didn't see it.
Birkin, quickly before we go, Birkin, what's your go-to Wingstop order if you get it? I get 5 mild, so it's just like normal buffalo, and 5 Louisiana rub.
I'll tell you what, I was watching Troy Dan eat the whole Popeyes menu last night.
You have to get well done. That's a good video.
I haven't watched Troy Dan in a very long time. He was just eating.
Funny dude. I was watching a replay of the Royal Rumble because I watched WWE's again. The Royal Rumble, like the Rumble's fire. Like even
that is one of the more fire events.
It is great.
I went back when it was in Boston. When I was
amazing,
a wee boy.
In the replay though, every time there was an entrance, they panned over. You see Troy Dan in the crowd. He was at the Rumble. He was just like, oh, it was fire. It was funny.
He's a moron. He's fire.
It was funny. Jimmy J. Now we can agree on this. We can absolutely agree. And also, Brogdon's awesome. This isn't me shitting on Brogdon. I just also like Derek White. Brogdon's been phenomenal this year for the Celtics. Like very, very good. But Louisiana rub, very good. Very good.
See, I kind of want wings, but I am not in the physical state to eat wings. I'm not fit enough to work them off.
I might get wings later. I've got wings are good. The thing is, like, they're not healthy, but like if I'm gonna order food, they're not like the worst thing.
No, agree. Wings are on the healthier side of junk food.
And I get a double order of carrots with them too. So I'm like, it's like a balanced meal. No, unironically though, carrots are good.
That's like carrots. Me back in my prime when I would just slam down McDonald's. I would play 2K. And me and my boy Greg would go and get McDonald's at 2 a.m. and I would get quarter pounder, double quarter pounder, 20-piece, large fry, but I'd be healthy and I'd get a water. And I'd eat all of it. I was a beast. I probably could still do it. Don't feel very good after you eat it.
Yeah, Dad. Come on. Carrots are good. I will say A-tier broccoli. A-tier vegetable, though, broccoli. Broccoli is the best.
Very good.
A-tier.
You saw a flash of Prime Sam on Saturday. I slammed those donuts down like it was nothing. 4 of them on stream, 6 total. And a double cheeseburger. Who the hell is angry?
Who?
On Facebook. Unbelievable.
People are mad at us. We apologize, Curvy. Curvy not happy with us.
Unbelievable.
I will also say, though, underrated vegetable. I don't know if you'll get mad. Brussels sprouts. There, when cooked well, very good. Love Brussels sprouts.
I don't know. I don't really have them. Broccoli prepared well, fire. Mom made this broccoli for Thanksgiving. Fantastic.
Very good. Very good. Anyways, all right, we'll get you guys out of here. Game still hasn't tipped off yet, which is the only reason I'm still
Also,
talking.
how about Lewis? I do the happy birthday thing, and he's thanking everybody in the chat. He does not thank me.
Ghosted you. Lewis ghosted Sam. Landon, you can tell him Sam's mad at him. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. If you want to go check out my main Celtics article, that's front page of Celtics blog. You'll see it right there. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Check out Adam's article too. Buddy Adam wrote another feature piece about his time in Boston. Great article. Very, very, very
go to heavy,
emotional.
Click our names. Click all the articles. And tell your friends
click
to
on the articles as well. Thank you very much. Jimmy J, I was going to say this too. Asparagus, top tier. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. How about them C's and how about them Celtics? Check out the new pod, Celtic Jeopardy with John Corrales, Jake King, and
excellent.
Jam Packard. Very fun stream. If you were there live, you would enjoy it. But the replay is now on the channel as a live stream and as an edited podcast, which is just with the intro. So you can go check that out. But anyways, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Celtics versus Nets right now. We will be back here. We don't have a live stream, right? We might be recording tomorrow, but we don't have a live stream until pregame on Friday. I don't think.
Yeah, no, we don't have to do one tomorrow. We'll take a break. We did the Jeopardy this week. Yes.
All right. Well, we will see you guys for pregame on Friday. I will be at the Garden, so hopefully I remember my mic. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys on Friday. Peace out.